Please believe that somehow, some way, we gotta make it about the hood someday. Somehow, some way, we gotta make it about this life. Come on. Somehow, some way, we gotta make it about the hood someday. Some way, we gotta make it up.
It's your boy Forever Studios, back again with another one. Listen, I'm so glad the brothers finally reached their pinnacle in 2025 in these YouTube streets. The algorithm has opened up to truth instead of hate this time. All three brothers' platforms are winning. Ringo TV Reactions, Brainwaves Advice, Topics LLC, and Floridian Rollo. And I'm finna show you the numbers to prove. And in conclusion of the video, I will be giving you my final thoughts on it. Like, share, subscribe, turn the notification bell on all. And all my brothers and sisters in the Most High Yah and the light, we are forever. Let's go. Now, let's see what young Pharaoh has to say to the person that came on this live panel during this live stream. His thoughts on the Charlie Kirk and a few more things.
Everybody in the world that open their mouth up every single day, whether you got a fucking education or not, deserve to be dead. And that's not true. And like I said, the same way I'm saying this for him as I'm saying this for anybody, no matter what their race is. He does not deserve to be dead. Just like Malcolm X didn't deserve to die at the Alhambra. Period. You should never be shot and killed for going outside and opening your fucking mouth and using your vocal cords. That's like getting shot and killed for waking up and taking a shit and wiping your ass.
Remember when you wanted to pull up on Rashad Jamal and shoot him for what he said?
Yeah, but he didn't say what Kirk. He didn't say, and I ain't say shoot. I was gonna do something worse to him. And he didn't say what he didn't say what Charlie Kirk said. If you trying to justify your misunderstanding, Rashad Jamal made a direct threat that you better never make, or I'm gonna pull up on you. But with that being said, Rashad Jamal made a direct threat to my children, and I will pull up on him. I done pulled up on niggas, and once again, you better never make that either, nigga, because I pull up on you. So
Rashad didn't make no threat to
he
children.
did make he did make a direct threat. He did, and the FBI knew he made it too. And once again, you better never make it, or I'll pull up on you. But with that being said, Charlie Kirk ain't make no direct threats. Especially he ain't make no threats about doing nothing to nobody kids. And so with that being said, he didn't say nothing where he deserved to die. Rashad Jamal said something where he gonna get broke up when we get in front of Kim Jong-un if he ain't already broke up already, which he should be. And like I said, you will be broke up too if you say it. I'll be at your house too. And with that being said, and I do go to niggas' houses for real. And with that being said, Charlie Kirk ain't say nothing where he deserved to die. He didn't. He didn't threaten nobody. He didn't threaten nobody kids. And so with that being said, I think you handling this situation the way that yours should be handled. So one day when you get up and you got a problem with something and you go outside, nigga, and you advocate and you express your constitutional rights and somebody pull up and blow your fucking head off, I'm gonna say, damn, that man was out there exercising his constitutional rights and ain't nobody give a fuck, but he ain't give a fuck, so we don't give a fuck about his. We gonna go to the next person that somebody do give a fuck. So at the end of the day, nigga, the law is the law. Just like refusing the vaccine is not illegal, but mandates and policies forced you into a position where you had to get it.
I never got nothing.
I didn't say you got it. I'm bringing up an example. Article 14, also known as the 14th Amendment, Section 1, says that all citizens and persons have the right to deny any and all forms of medical care or any forms of anything that they don't want medicinally.
That is Florida, the law.
Right, whoa. That is the law. Pause.
I can go to jail for weed.
That is the law. But policy and mandate says that if you don't get the vaccine, then you basically excluded from the general public. So people thought it was against the law to deny the vaccine when it wasn't. It was against policy and mandate. So what you got to remember is that in 1872, the United States Constitution was hijacked. and people attempted to turn it into a corporate form instead of a conservative form. And what is the coincidence that Charlie Kirk was a conservative? And what is the coincidence that he was assassinated while being a conservative? No disrespect. You know what a conservative is? Even though I don't, obviously, me and him ain't going to agree on everything personally that he says, but I do agree with him being a conservative. A conservative is someone who wishes to preserve traditional rights, who wishes to preserve the law of the land. The law of the land is, nigga, you could pretty much do whatever the fuck you want to do as my neighbor, as long as you're not negatively affecting me and the environment. I 100% agree with that, right? So, should you be shot because you want to throw stripper parties on the weekend? No. Should you be shot because your bitch might want to come out with her ass out with a little mini skirt on? No. So the thing is this. You should not be physically attacked for saying what you want to say.
Now, guys, I know this clip might be old since the passing of Charlie Kirk, but it's giving you a more of a vantage point of what led down to how he was assassinated. Here's the video.
Why did Charlie Kirk's bodyguard dare to publicly send a sniper signal to the gunman? 3 details prove the killer's identity is more powerful than we imagined. After Kirk was killed, observant people noticed that just before the gunshot, one of his bodyguards made a gesture like playing baseball, a move suspected of sending some kind of signal to a gunman in the distance. The fact that the bodyguard dared to act this way in public has led people to speculate that the forces behind the killer are extremely powerful. In the released photos, the suspect managed to avoid being captured by all surveillance cameras. Being able to do this means the individual had a thorough understanding of the surveillance layout in the area beforehand. And there was probably a professional team planning and assisting behind the scenes. This is by no means something an ordinary lone killer could pull off. The gunman's own actions are also full of doubts. They chose to shoot from the roof, a location easily exposed, and then hastily discarded the gun in a public place. This seemingly contradictory modus operandi may imply that the gunman had someone backing them up. After all, even though photos have been released, the gunman's identity has still not been revealed.
Forever Studios here, man. Look, all the hate and truth and lies has been separated since the Charlie Kirk death. The whole nation of the United States been under an uproar. You know what I mean? And I just appreciate the Most High Yah for giving the brothers the opportunity to get their word out there. And it's finally had reached the viewers. Because you got people who done put themselves in all type of category boxes. You got the folks on the white side that hated Charlie Kirk. Then you got the black racists. Then you got the people who said he died because of what he said. And it's just a lot of people personal opinions threw in the pot, because it's like, before he passed, what was all these opinions? Nowhere to be found. And now that he's out of here, people saying he was a racist and all the above, which he was not. And again, all praises to the Most High Yah for giving Ringo TV Reactions, Brainwaves, LL Advice Topics, and Floridian Rollo. I meant to say Brainwaves of Topics LLC, you know. But yeah, they finally got their numbers up, and they finally cracked into the algorithm to where all the viewers like us can get a chance to voice our opinions due to their platforms. And I want to thank the Most High Yah for that. Now Ringo TV Actions is about to break down in one of his past live streams about that Lemon character. Because someone left a comment talking about folks like to talk about black people. Here's Ringo TV Reactions. Thoughts on that. Peace.
Eloquently speak about different issues and people still upset. I'm like, damn, the man never said nothing that would warrant the response he got. People still upset. You know? I could talk about white people issues in the community. I prefer not to always talk about it because I feel that a white man should be able to stand up for his people and speak on issues. But if I'm in a predominantly white community And I'm noticing that the lifestyles of white people, crime, whatever it is they're doing is affecting my life and my peace and my family. I'm talking about those issues. You understand? Even in the community that I'm in right now, I had some issues, some run-ins with some white folk, and I could have put that on social media and air everybody out, but I didn't do that. You know what I mean? I didn't do that. I keep it at bay. My point is, we should all be able to talk about all issues, no matter what your race is. If it's affecting our lives, you got to talk about it. But to say no one has the right to say anything about black people, but black people is crazy. Everyone talks about our people like their people don't have problems of their own race. Every race has their own problems. You're listening too much to people talking about black people. You need to listen to the other conversations. There are many conversations going on. Everybody's not talking about black people. Look, if you're of the black community, let me make something clear to you. White people are not even thinking about you. Did you get the memo? If you are black, let me give you the word. White people are not even thinking about you. You have this mindset that everybody that's white is sitting in the house talking about you all day, calling you N-words and bashing you all day. They're not. They're not even thinking about you. They got their own family. They got their own issues. You understand? Just like you got your own issues, they got their own issues. They don't got time to talk about you. You know what I mean? The only time white folk is going to talk about you is if you're doing something to them, or if you cross the line. Y'all know how it is. You cross that line, they're going to have something to say. You have arguments with your neighbor, he's white, it's going to be some drama in the community, whatever the case is. But for the most part, white people are not even thinking about you.
It's your boy Forever. And I just want to say, guys, all praises to the Most High Yah and the brothers, man. Long live my mother, Charity Esther Pinkney. You know, all praises, y'all. I want to end the video talking about how the brothers and all this hate in the world, all this evil, because Charlie Kirk was a real one, a man who stood on business, a man who asked the difficult questions, the man who didn't care what other people thought of him when he asked those things, you know? It's a beautiful day in Diego. San Diego, let's go. And it's just crazy that the Most High had to take Charlie Kirk death to reveal how evil this country is and how divided each nationality is to one another, you know? It's like a fucking segregation. Each ethnicity is against one another. We all pointing fingers and shit like Uncle Sam, but at the end of the day, at the end of the night, we are worst enemies. That's why Ringo TV Reactions, Floridian Rollo, Brainwaves Advice Topic LLC, they focus on our people. You know, they focus on other nations, but at the same time, we as a community, stop pointing freaking fingers and get on your job and bring closure to the issues in our community and neighborhoods. That's what Charlie Kirk death showed me, how evil people are. And they don't want to give the man his credit. At least he was out there on the front line making things happen, while you haters and devils and snitches and evil ones in the back seat just gossiping, ranting. I don't really have much to say at the end of this video because a lot has been said through the brothers. And, you know, long live my mother, man. And all praises to the Most High Yah. And my brothers and sisters in the Most High Yah, we are forever, man. It's your boy Forever Studios, live from San Diego. I would have more to say, but enough has been said. Till next time, gone.
They say they give it time now, but you're running through my mind, oh. I keep coming back to you, know that I can have you, but it's the only thing that I'm wishing for. Trying to give it time, but you're racing through my mind, oh. I keep coming back to you, know that I can have you, but the only thing I'm wishing for.